I said to Joe, you don't train legs for a year, I'll be on a PEDs for a year and bust my ass. I'm still not going to have legs like him. Every day, 8 pancakes.
What?
Every day on a peak week.
Every day? Crazy shredded men's physique competitor. And you've been killing it in all your shows, dude.
You will see me in the gym and you're like, bro, you look fucking crazy. Like, you look pro already.
Dorian Vranjes.
I literally didn't change from my show. How I looked on the stage, I walked like that for 2 years.
Damn.
Maybe even if you use triple amount than anyone uses, you will still look like shit. Since I was 16, I've been by myself, bro, like pretty much. I've never got anything from my family. They never came to watch one soccer game. And I remember that my dad, he was like, well, you're dumb. Like, you always cook your meals, weigh your meals. Like, you always work out. Why you don't start YouTube?
How come he left Alpha?
I actually did a video about it. I even cried in the video, and I never cry.
Wow.
As a person, that person disappointed me. I'm gonna say.
You said you wake up at 5 a.m. without alarms?
Not every day. No, nowadays, before, yeah. Now it's like, see, whenever like daylight comes out, like 6:30, maybe, yeah. If I can sleep. If I'm on prep like last 4 or 5 weeks, then I'm like 5 a.m. always.
How long have you been doing this for?
Sleeping, since I came to America.
When was that?
2.5 years ago, 3 almost.
3.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna sound embarrassing. Bro, I cannot. That's like one of the big reasons why I was so happy that like finally like this blessing, this opportunity of being able to do social media came to me.
Oh yeah.
There's no way I'll be able to wake up at 5. Absolutely not.
5 is too early anyways. It's like, what you're gonna do, like if you have a real job. Well, you can go to the gym before and shit, you know? You can do all of your things, whatever you need in the evening. That's my thing. Like, I would rather wake up early and finish my shit before than, like, leave the things for later. And I'm more productive in the morning. I don't know why. I just am. Like, it's like, in my head, I'm like, oh, I have, like, whole day in front of me. Well, I just, like, try to immediately crush as much as I can. And then later, because later I'm just... I don't know, after 7 p.m. I'm starting like dipping down, bro. Yeah. Slowly.
I do believe I have a good ability to adapt, but from probably a majority of my life, I have always been like a nocturnal person. This is probably because I would be waking up in the middle of the night to like play RuneScape and like watch anime. Like I literally, like I took a video of like my computer when my parents were putting in the password so I could figure out how to access it because they wouldn't let me see friends. So I would just like when my mom goes to sleep at 2 a.m. I would set an alarm, wake up at like 2:30, and then I would just sneak to the office room and do shit. And all
that's a habit. Body reminds, bro. Body remembers.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, like, because that's same when I came here, I started waking up. So I was always waking up early because I played soccer. So like we would have an early soccer practice and stuff like that. But since I came here, like I just started, and then later when I didn't, first I worked, right? We're gonna come to that topic or whatever, but later on, when I stopped working, it was still the same. And then I started prep, and then prep makes me like wake up early morning because you can't sleep, you're hungry, this and that. We just continued. I don't know, even when I'm bulking, like I don't sleep longer than like 6:30 is my like maybe 7 on a good day, 7 a.m. That will be like, but I'm like always awake. Even like no matter what, I'm on my phone. Like 6:37, maybe I'm gonna lay in the bed at least like an hour, but I'm awake. You know, nice. Because Kelsey always sleeps. Like she's always like way longer than I do. So I'm always like at least a little bit on my phone in the morning, and then I go out pretty much. Yeah.
Do you feel like jumping on your phone immediately after waking up makes any change to like your mental?
I'm gonna say yeah, especially on prep. Like normal life, no. Like some things, like most of the things don't bother me, right? But when you're on prep, you're so like. Everything, you're sensitive on everything. You know what I mean? Like every single. So if I wake up and I see something that I didn't want to see, it absolutely can screw my whole day. Sometimes, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, not like screw my whole day. I'm gonna still do exactly the same what I wanted. I'm just gonna be a little bit more nervous, anxious, maybe. You know what I mean? I'll be like, just because it's stuck to my first thing, like you see them. So no, I will recommend not to do that. Like not to open your phone in the morning. I do that, unfortunately. I do that. I don't know why, but. I wouldn't recommend, definitely. I would rather like put my phone if I can in the other room, and I'm gonna try maybe for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe now
after this podcast.
Yeah, now when we talk about it, maybe I'll try for a week. Because I know it's not good. Now when you said it, I remember multiple times that happened. It's just like immediately in the morning I see something and like you first open your eyes, you need like peace, calm, and then you see something that you didn't want to see. And it's like No, I'm nervous
God
all day.
damn it.
Then my girlfriend tells me something. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Without a reason, bro. I mean, not like that, but you know what I mean, bro.
Oh shit.
Gonna start. I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna try to do that. Actually.
Fuck, man. Am I ready for a relationship? God.
Bro, no one's ready, bro.
Nobody's ready.
No one's ready,
Dude,
bro.
I always preach, like, I preach this because, you know, I've undergone my own, like, really, really crazy journeys of, like, relationships just because I chose to, like, consume myself into, like, a very weird container. Like, I had, like, a 4-year, in a way, open relationship. So the first like, year or so, I was...
That was your longest relationship? 4 year?
No, I've had 2 4-year relationships. One was literally just straight monogamous. That was through college. Second one was this crazy thing I just decided to do in San Diego because I think I wasn't ready for certain things, but basically was fuckboying around for like the first year. I was hurting her feelings a lot. I stayed true. I made sure to be honest at all times. So I would basically tell her like, hey, I really enjoy spending time with you. However, I just don't feel ready to like be in a relationship right now.
Fair
or be
enough.
committed to a relationship right now. I just don't feel ready. Then we were like in our younger 20s, I'd say. So maybe when we first met, maybe I was 23 or something. She was 22 or maybe, I don't know, something like that. But I just wasn't ready. So I was doing that for a whole year, but she chose to continue to just see me, you know, and sometimes she'd be sleeping over at my place, maybe almost every night. So obviously you get close really quickly if you're doing that.
It's sharing time with someone all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially after you and I just mentioned like nowadays, or like hypothetically for you, back before your relationship, we would see like a person once a week.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
So because of that, you know, causing a lot of pain because she would continue to see me, but then find out about like other girls I was seeing. It was just really bad.
At least you were being honest, bro. It's not like behind her back, you know. So
yeah, it's really, man. It's a hard place, but at the same time, I also do feel like a little like a little against some of my morals that like if I care about this person, then why do I continue to cause them pain?
Yeah.
But it's hard whenever you know that you really want something and you want to see somebody too. It's like, does this mean you just have to end it or what? Like, it's time for you to make a decision. So at one point I did something super bad. Basically she like, she turned up at a festival in Orlando to surprise me. I went to EDC Orlando. However, I was with another girl there. So she like walked up to me while I was with somebody else.
But you didn't expect that?
I didn't expect it.
Okay.
It was a huge surprise. And she looked at me and then she looked at her and she was like, hey, like, what's going on? And I swear to God, man, my heart dropped.
Oh God, I could imagine, bro. Yeah.
And then I just slowly saw like the tears come out of her eyes, and I don't really see her cry very often. So like seeing this, like I was like, okay,
that's what breaks you. Yeah.
This was it.
Yeah.
This was literally it.
Yeah.
And then after that, she didn't talk to me anymore. It was over. So, long story short, months go by. I come up and like I mend things with her, and then finally we decide that like she's like, if we're gonna be together, it has to be monogamous or I'm out. Like I'm not talking to you. And we ended up in a monogamous relationship for a year. And then slowly, because of the person she was talking to before that, and because of like a lot of our spiritual ventures and looking up to a lot of people in the space, we decided to open up our container into more of like an open relationship. But this was simply like an explorative thing because we've heard, you know, we were very interested. We were intrigued in this culture. And like Aubrey Marcus, if you know him, he's someone that's like, he was a very big voice in like the spiritual community.
Okay.
And the way that he, I guess, presents this container is like a very, very powerful and empowering container that's almost more based around the fact that you have this unconditional love and trust for your partner. And it's kind of hard because, you know, other people who like don't seem to understand or grasp this concept, it's easy for them to just think like, these people just want to have fucking sex with a bunch of people. That's gross. Yeah. It's disgusting. And no, that could be true for some for sure. But the container that I find was so beautiful was the fact that it actually taught me how to, like, not only did it create a lot of passion, obviously, because we had radical novelty every day, whereas in a normal relationship, you don't have radical novelty. Like, just like you buy a new car 10 years down the road, now the car is 10 years old, you're used to the car.
Yeah.
It happens with everything, with everyone, with all relationships.
Exactly.
However, like, it requires a lot of active consciousness and mindfulness and effort in order to create radical novelty consistently through each relationship. So like, right, you have to like actively like take your partner out on like a date or to a special trip or something. And in there, you guys can like act in your polarity, you and your masculine, her and her feminine. And like, it's almost like you're like dating for the first time again in a way.
Yeah.
Or at least you could put yourself in that space. So
yeah,
it basically taught me that like, I need to look at my partner as a new person every day if I'm going to be in a monogamous relationship. Kind of like the way that the open relationship did that for me. Now I have to actively do that for the monogamous relationship mentally and physically. But then, you know, it's so much easier said than done.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's all driven by emotions in the end of the day. You know what I mean? How you feel, that's how you should react with everything. Because people, what you just mentioned, people usually change the partner just because of that. They get used to it. But what we mentioned before, what we talked right now, like, do you really want that? Like, you have someone that nothing's wrong, supports you, I don't know, cooks for you or whatever. Like, it's just, there is no problems, right? But you want to change just because it's someone looks different. It's like freaking changing from iPhone 7 to iPhone 8 just because it's a new, but it still works the same. So why would you restart everything from the beginning without even being sure that that second person is going to be maybe better? It can only be worse if everything is so far so good. You know what I mean? So like,
just because you're like slowly feeling something for somebody else more, that's like that.
But it's
that's
usually
normally
physical.
what causes cheating or like exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And that's fucking hard, dude. That's a hard thing to like. When it comes to that, it's just like, I guess, follow your morals and be a good person. But then it gets more complicated, of course, if you're in a relationship where it's like it's abusive and all these things and whatever.
Yeah, well, that's easy then. Walk off. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Morals. I think morals is everything, bro. I never cheated. I never would.
I haven't either, but man, did it take a little bit of time for me to like commit to something in the past.
Yeah.
So
I feel that's hoping for most of the guys, especially if you're a little bit better looking or something. Like, I feel that's because if you're a little bit better looking, you get attention, right? So it's like,
yeah, right.
Oh, I can have this or I can have that. You know,
yeah.
Kind of. And then like, should I actually be just with one person? That's the problem for like, you know, not for the most of the people, but like, yeah.
I do just want to input this because maybe this is me overthinking, but I really want to clarify on this that when I was really young, I was super fat. I was really like unattractive.
Really?
I was in Texas, so everybody was white. So everybody just liked.
You lived in Texas?
Yeah. So it was like really racist at the time, right? Late 1900s, early 2000s. Yeah, bro. I was like bottom of the totem pole, dude. I looked like what was like a bow button boy.
Gaming and eating.
I wasn't even gaming because my parents wouldn't let me have games. My parents wouldn't let me see
people. Though? Huh? You just love food, huh?
Oh, I was just like, okay, my grandma thought I was a skinny baby, so she fed me a lot of food when I was younger to fatten me up. And then I was a stress eater too. And I found out it's in my genetics because I did a Prometheus reading of my raw data from 23andMe. So now I know some of my genetic predispositions. And I'm thinking I'm in like the top 50% or whatever of people that are like 1.667 times more likely to be obese or something like that. Yeah. So it's harder for me to lose weight genetically.
It led you to the good point though.
Huh?
It led you to the good point. You're not skinny now, bro. You're in great shape and everything, you know. That's maybe by like you got a pro cardially and everything.
Thanks, bro.
Because you had some meat on you before, you know.
Thanks, bro.
So you build muscle easier.
Yeah. But yeah, I was like super ugly when I was younger. And I think, I mean, obviously maybe I don't know, maybe my face is like better now or something, or maybe I'm more attractive, but I truly believe that like, no matter what, man, like you can always do something in your life to try to like progress yourself forward. And I hate the term because it just kind of sounds a little like shallow, but scientifically increase your mating value, you know? Yeah. So whether or not it's like, if you're overweight, it's just getting in shape because it looks like you care about yourself and you care about your body, so you put in the work. Yeah. If it means like trying to work really hard just to make even just a little bit more money, even if you were not born in the best situations, you weren't blessed with a family of money, etc. You know, there's people that have worked themselves hard from ruin. So yeah, I think there's always at least some opportunity. Maybe not in comparison to other people, but as long as you look, as long as we focus on our life, like where were we when we started, right? Yeah. I feel it's a character, bro. Like, I feel everyone's character speaks for itself. Because, like, right, everyone's like, oh, I'm going to change my life.
or I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. See, I'm someone that like, I really don't like people that say things out loud and break their word, bro. I feel like saying things out loud is really important. And like,
you mean like integrity?
100%, yeah. So it sounds like, oh, let's say like everyone's doing 75 hard, right? And then you start with your 75 hard, 5th day you quit, bro. How people see you after that? Like, I wouldn't be able to do that. If I say something out loud, no matter what happens, bro, it can go, I don't know, my house can burn. I'll still finish that shit. Like if I say it out loud, because I'm embarrassed, like, firstly of my own character, because I just ran over my own word. And that's like when the problem started, bro. You know what I mean? So I feel like character is the most important when it comes to like any decisions, like improving yourself and pretty much in everything, you know?
Yeah. I hold myself a lot to integrity as well. That's actually just like a value I hold like dearly. So I do get easily ticked off. I try not to, but I get easily ticked off. And I have a few of like my best friends too, especially, that will fucking say like they'll be at something at some time and they're fucking like 2 hours late every time consistently.
Yeah.
Like they always say they'll do something and then they don't. And it fucking drives me the fuck crazy, bro. It drives me crazy.
Bro, I can't do that. I just walk away. I honestly, like, I can't be around those kind of people.
Yeah.
It's really difficult for me.
Like when it matters, like one of my best friends that I'm thinking of specifically, when it really matters, he's always there. He's always been there. But like there's like just a little bit of like, man, you don't have to promise that you'll like be here at this time or you'll do this specific thing today if it's not gonna happen, you know. I know you're busy, so just tell me. You know.
Yeah, I know, bro. Especially that running late, especially like with someone like you or stuff like that. When you have, I'm also, I always like, even this podcast, right? We were like trying to get on time. I always have my days kind of like scheduled pretty much. So if someone does it, I'm so pissed, bro. I get so pissed, bro. And then I need to adjust my literally whole day, everything, just because of like that situation, you know. But they don't give a shit. It's like, sorry, bro. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Real quick, guys. So while I was looking at the YouTube analytics, I actually saw that 85% of you guys that watch this channel are not subscribed. And I want to ask very little of you guys, but if you enjoy this podcast, if you find value in it, then please do me this one favor and subscribe to the channel, because doing so helps me get bigger and greater guests like the guests you are listening to today. Also, this channel is not sponsored, which means only the companies that I work with, which are YoungLA and Huge Supplements, are the companies that can help fund this channel by you guys using the code NILE. So code NILE gives you a discount of 15% off of YoungLA, and code NILE also gives you a discount of 10% off of Huge Supplements. And if you decide to purchase anything from any of these companies, it will help immensely for me by using my code. And this way, I can travel to other guests, such as Dr. Mike Israetel next week, and also upgrade in equipment to make this podcast bigger and better for you guys. I think I did this autism test, and I really wanted to say that I like spontaneity, but honestly, I really don't.
You did that? Everyone's doing that. I think everyone has a little bit of autism, bro.
A little bit. Oh, for sure, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
I had a low score, and it said like I likely do not have it, but I'm kind of confident that it's in there.
Yeah,
especially after my childhood.
Like 2-3%, you know.
At least 2-3%.
At least a little bit, bro. Probably.
How much would you think? Would you say you think you have?
Maybe like 10%, bro.
10%. Yeah. Do you think?
I don't know, bro. Actually, like,
do you think I have 2-3?
Is autism totally opposite of like overthinking?
I don't know.
Can we like say in that way? Because if it is, then I have no. Because I'm a huge overthinker, bro. So like, and I probably think like autism people are kind of slower, right? In a sense,
I really, you know what? I'm not credible to talk about this right now.
Mind, bro. I don't know why we opened that topic, bro. But yeah,
no. I think it's super cool though. A lot of the people that, there's just like this crazy level of creativity and I think intelligence that can come from it. So if I have just a little bit, I feel like that would be pretty sick, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, creativity, bro. That's like, I would like to have a little bit more.
I definitely had some social issues though when I was younger. So the fact that I have a podcast right now is absolutely mind-boggling to me.
The fact that I'm talking a podcast right now is absolutely mind-blowing for me, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm pretty big introvert. That's the first thing. Second thing, I'm someone that doesn't share like private life a lot.
Really?
Even though you see like social media, everything. But like my social media is like Instagram account is me being...
You're bodybuilding.
and shredded, right?
Yeah.
And I'm someone that never takes the shirt off. You're never gonna see me taking my shirt off. Did you
Oh,
ever
like
saw
in the
me,
past?
No, like did you ever saw me anytime like being in the gym shirtless?
Oh,
And we see each other.
you mean like unless it's for social media?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
I don't walk in a house shirtless. Bro.
Yeah, you never have your
Like
shirt off unless it's for
I'm like
content.
I don't like to like
get it.
show it off or something like that, but it works on Instagram,
Yeah.
right? So like I take my shirt off, take a picture. That's pretty much it. And like people get a different picture, right? And then on Instagram, I don't talk on my stories, bro. I never talk. I have none of the stories that I talk, bro. Which you can connect with the people, right? But my thing is on Instagram, like, I don't want you to know kind of like all about me. That's why I have like YouTube, and there is like where I fully present my just my own self. I don't hire anyone to make cinematic shit. I don't do anything that is actually like retake the clips and stuff. I just grab the camera and film, bro, and that's 100% me. So if you like my YouTube channel, you like me. If you see me in person, like, oh, I love your like pictures on Instagram, that doesn't mean anything to me, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Thank you, I appreciate it, bro. But
Yeah.
like every other person looks great on Instagram, you know. But if you actually like me on a, that's why I don't know, I don't like to share so much, I guess. Even though that's all about social media is all about that today. Like people more connect with the people that kind of say everything, you know, in a sense. Yeah, that's fine. That's why I'm here. Probably like I'll say a little bit, but you
Right.
know, yeah.
I actually have been trying to say more on my YouTube, but it's kind of hard for some reason. It's
Yeah.
been a lot easier for me to do it in a podcast setting because I feel like the conversation flows, you know?
Yeah.
But whenever I'm on YouTube and I'm talking to a screen, it's harder for me to just, I try to envision my audience and everybody I'm talking to. I try to think of some of the people that have come up to me, you know, that I've actually visually seen, like watch my videos. But it's hard because they're not saying anything back to me. And I'm just like, I guess, what do I want to share now? You know?
Yeah.
It's harder for me to just talk.
For me, it's easier when I'm alone, actually, because I
It is
usually
easier.
film alone. You know, even my girlfriend she's working, so I grab the camera and then I actually kind of feel like I'm talking to someone because I have camera and I'm literally just showing my life. And as I said, when I open the camera, bro, I don't have the thoughts or words what I'm gonna say ever. Zero videos, bro, ever. I literally just talk and cut the clip. That's it. Close the camera. If it's good, it's good. If it's not good, it is what it is. So it's literally just me in that moment.
Damn, bro.
I don't know. I like that.
I need to work on that.
I just like that more, you know? I
Yeah.
don't know. And I like to watch those kind of videos. I really like to watch someone's like, for example, now I'm on a prep and I've been watching like Anthony Mantello, for example, you know, his videos, because he's like just normal videos. There's nothing like crazy about it. It's just like his life, his prep, which for the most of people is boring, you know, but I don't know. I kind of like that more.
Considering how many people follow Sam Sulek, maybe not.
Exactly. See, exactly.
Yeah.
I like that he came to the game because he changed the whole. Because now, in a sense, like I like shout out Sulek, but I feel like he changed the game in a sense of. Damn, I look at the light, kind of blind right now. He changed the game in the sense of like to the kids and everyone that always thought. And you see where the industry went, right? Everything is flashy, everything is cinematic, everyone's having videographers, 4K, this and that. He brought the time back, and now everyone's like, oh, I can start YouTube with my phone, literally. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it gives some people some more hope.
More hope, definitely, which is
nice.
good. Yeah, that's perfect. So shout out to him, yeah.
Okay, I want to do this intro because I haven't done
Oh,
the intro.
yeah. I didn't know this.
But how do you say your last name?
It's European, Vranjes, but the Americans say Vranjes. You can say Vranjes.
Give me a second. What was it?
Vranjes. Bro, I never heard anyone like saying it.
One
right?
more time.
Vranjes. let's say. Okay, new is for you problem.
Vranjes.
Oh, that was really good, bro.
Yes.
That was one of the better ones so far.
Okay.
Yeah, that was really
All
good.
right. Hey guys, Dorian Vranjes. Vranjes?
No, pretty good.
Cool. Dorian is a men's physique competitor known for his insane shreds. And he's one of my good homies and also part of the YoungLA team. Oh, and he's also a men's physique. Oh, did I already say that? Yeah. Crazy shredded men's physique competitor. And you've been killing it in all your shows, dude. Like,
Thank you, bro.
Not to mention, like, I can't believe that
I'm also an ex-professional soccer player.
Oh, yeah.
And BMX rider.
You were a BMX rider?
Professional.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, okay. Can we like just backtrack real quick? Let's backtrack just a little bit. Okay, so
I thought you had a weird story, bro.
what was like? So how did this all start? First, I was curious how like obviously your competing journey and career started, but I'm sure that some of it might have been derived and entwined in your previous career paths. So just honestly, starting from the beginning, like what got you started?
How far at the beginning?
When you were
Before coming here?
When you were born.
When I'm born. So first I got out of my mom. Well, okay, never mind. Let's start from like when I started playing. I started playing soccer when I was 6, bro.
Okay.
I didn't even go to school. I already kicked the ball.
What like got you into it?
My friends
Okay.
till this day, like if anyone watching this right now, Borna Baričić left back for Croatia and Alebek from Glasgow Rangers, one of my closest friends, bro. Like they're all like top of the soccer, and soccer is the most famous sport in the world, you know. In Europe, everyone wants to be a soccer player. I personally never kind of
crazy hearing someone from Europe saying soccer,
right? Yeah, we call it football there. I mean, not in my language, but in English, yeah, they call it football. But I didn't love like soccer. I was jumping in the same time I was training like probably 3 sports. I was training athletics, I was training like tennis and a soccer at the same time. But because of my friends, right? Like they were all around me. My best friend's dad played for Croatia in '98 when they won a 3rd place in the World Cup, which is for Croatia, a small country, like 3rd in the world. It's crazy, right? So his dad actually played in that year. So he was already meant to be, you know, the soccer player, and I was his best friend. We were best friends. So I will come to his house. Like his dad is all about soccer. He's all about the soccer. He still plays professionally. So that's why I pretty much played all the time since I was like 6. And then, but I was jumping. I played a lot of sports, bro. Honestly, I was always just no school. I didn't like the school. I liked the sports. I always played for the school. I always ran for the school and stuff like that. But other things I was always a good student, but I didn't want to do that at all. And then I signed the first contract. I think I was 16, bro. Pretty young. Pretty young. So like in that time already, I kind of started moving around in a sense of like not living with my family, living with my family. That's where I started. No, that's pretty much when I started learning to be by myself and do things for myself. When I was like 15, 16 already. I started cooking for myself when I was 14. I remember that. Like I started counting my macros when I was 14.
What?
Yeah, I was like really young. I remember because and I didn't watch anyone. Literally, I was like I was interested in nutrition in that time. I was reading some books, weird. But my dad actually had old school books with Arnold and stuff like that. So like it was like what he ate, eggs in the morning, milk and stuff like that. So I started like experimenting with the food. And my mom was always like putting a lot of oil in my food, right? And I was like, I can't eat that anymore. She was like, yeah, but then cook for yourself. And that's how I started cooking for myself, literally without oils. I never liked those kind of things.
Whoa.
Yeah, literally when I was like 14. And since then I love like cooking and all of that, macros. And then at the same time, 14, I already worked out. I already started like working out. Working out. Going to the, you know how the kids are like, go to the gym, do 2 biceps exercises, abs, and go home. But signed 16 years old, so that's already like that's your job. So now you need to be professional in everything that you do outside of the pitch, on the pitch.
How did you get signed at 16?
Well, I played soccer since I was 6, so I pretty much played in a club that still plays first division. So you get from like if you're okay, they put you in a first team, right? So that's how pretty much I went.
This is kind of a stupid question because I don't know, but which country?
Croatia.
Oh, okay,
Croatia.
Gotcha.
Yeah, people maybe know. Sorry, bro, my mouth is dry. Dinamo Zagreb, they play Champions League. For example, I played there. I didn't play for a first team, but I was there also. But anyways, where was I? Played 2 years, bro, and then just lost passion again because, as I said, I never loved soccer so much. I was okay, but more like physically than like maybe like that sports intelligence, soccer intelligence. I never had that. Then I started the BMX, bro. Like out of nowhere.
So you were doing professional soccer, football.
Yeah, it was like you're a kid, you're signed, but it's not. You know, you are a kind of professional player, but it's not like you don't have huge pay like all the soccer players. You know what I mean? But you are supposed to be even out of the pitch. You need to like be careful what you're doing because you can end up in on newspapers or stuff like that. You know what I mean?
So like, how long were you doing that for?
Well, I played since almost coming here to America, so until like 27 pretty much. But I got stopped like immediately actually. Like when I signed that, when I like started playing 16 or something, I think I immediately stopped. bro, this was like 15, 16 years ago, but I think I stopped in that time and started driving BMX. I don't know what got into me. Literally, even though like I kind of already, my path was soccer. My career was supposed to be soccer. I stopped and I started driving BMX.
You don't remember when you stopped?
I think it was 16 because I know there is a video still till this day that I was top like 20 BMX riders under 16 years old in Europe.
But you were saying that you continued doing what till 27?
Soccer, but there was a pause. I had a pause.
Oh,
that was that pause.
okay.
Yeah, I had a like 2 years pause because I was, so 16, stopped immediately till like 18, drove BMX.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And I was like, in those 2 years, I was literally like top 20 BMX driver under 16 years old. So like,
Yeah.
it's still like younger people. I was doing crazy shit, like front flips, back flips with a
Damn, bro,
like
that's crazy.
like a little kid. Now when I see those videos, I'm like, that was me, bro. Like I can't even like imagine doing that right now. Like backflip with no hands on a bike and stuff like that. Yeah, a little kid, bro, crazy. I had balls to the ground, bro. Then, but now I wouldn't, bro, even sit on that BMX. It's that small. I would break my back immediately. And it was good, but it was like my friends slowly stopped doing that. Sorry. And because it was pretty dangerous, like every day in the skate park, you will see someone knock their teeth out and stuff like that. I didn't want to freaking die.
Yeah.
But I already had a sponsors, bro. I was sponsored by like BMX, right? They were like giving me like whole bike. It was expensive, like shoes, bro. I was getting like men's shoes,
Wow,
and stuff like that, like pretty young. So I kind of experienced that part already. And then I was like, it was not that I didn't want to do it, but everyone stopped around me. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I don't want to do it. And BMX is all about like traveling with the people and competing in different countries and stuff. But that's the fun part of that, not just being in your skate park all the time with like, by yourself. It's like being with the people. It's a group of people and stuff. So I stopped. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I remember I was thinking, should I go back to soccer or should I play handball? Because in that time, Croatia is like top 3 in the world in handball. So like it was always on the TV. We were always cheering. And so I'm like, And then my friend like I'll give you a cleats, soccer cleats, like go back. And I went back again, started playing, started moving. Eventually moved multiple countries, and then to like shorten the story because soccer is kind of irrelevant part. And then went to Germany. That was the last country that I lived and played. And Germany it just, bro, like killed all of my wish and everything for a soccer. Like I already kind of didn't have it in me, even though I was like, listen, I'm gonna go there, like it's a good paycheck, I can like save money and play until I'm 35 or something, and that's it, that's my life, like it's over, like I don't have to work anymore, right? Mm-hmm. But I couldn't be there. Like I was struggling so bad since just stepping like out of airplane. I remember on the ground, I just didn't feel comfortable. Like immediately I didn't feel, but I was like, it's okay, like one more country, you're gonna get adjusted, you're gonna learn the language, whatever. I started speaking German after 6 months fluently because you need to. They every single day they tell you need to learn. You play like you're an employee, bro. You know what I mean? So like They give you pretty much everything, and that killed all of my. But in that time, I remember because the contract wasn't like how it was supposed to be. I decided to work on the side, bro. Mm-hmm. Like literally go even though you don't have time. And I was like working. I don't remember. I was delivering the post. I was in DHL or something. And I remember just walking, one street reminded me of America. I don't know why. And I just started thinking about going to, I was like, if I move already so much, why wouldn't I just pack my stuff and try to go there? I always wanted to be in America, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it started like getting in my head every single day. And then literally maybe 2-3 weeks after I packed my stuff, went to the club and said I cut my contract, and I just literally
2-3 weeks after
that, literally, like it was so fast. And I had like, bro, I had so much clothes because when you play soccer, it's all about, bro. In that time was like, I told you that in last podcast, it was all about, Europeans are all about making like fashion things, wearing the fashion things. So I had a lot of like brands on me, and which is stupidity. It was just because I've heard something more right now, which wasn't me at all in that time. I remember giving all of that stuff and came in America with like one suitcase, just normal plain clothes like H&M and stuff like that, and all expensive stuff. Like I sold some, of course, but most of them I gave away to the people. Mm-hmm. Whole that process, long story short, since I was 14, I worked out already. So in like even before the soccer practice, I would come early. After soccer practice, I will go to the gym, and you're not allowed. So I was actually hiding.
You're not allowed?
No, you're not, because you need to practice what day. Like you have a 2-3 times, sometimes soccer practice per day. And they like build your workouts around the soccer, what you need to improve, like your right glute, bro. Or something. Literally, like they want to make your body perfect. So like you have a specific exercises to improve, right? But I always wanted to look good at the same time. And to play soccer and look good is really difficult. More muscle you have, it's more difficult to play. More oxygen you use. And soccer is like back to back, back to back. So you need to be a runner. Like you need to have a runner body. I was always just working out hiding, bro. Even coaching people. I was coaching people in the gym. They never knew, bro. I was always hiding.
Holy shit.
But like my closest friends, they always knew. Like I will coach them even. Like, oh, can I go work out with you? Can you show me this? Can you show me that? And so I was always more in love in the fitness all the time. It was just my job was soccer. I was getting paid from the soccer. I didn't get paid from my coaching or from my, so yeah. And that's pretty much, well, I don't know if you want to go further, but that's pretty much when I already was watching YouTube videos and everything. And obviously I was only watching American people on YouTube, right? In that time, Christian Guzman. Yeah, let me jump to that actually.
Well, before you do that, if you don't mind me asking, why was it and what was it about Germany that just made you just say no?
Cold people, really cold people. Character, like it's just, they're all about how can I explain? You know those horses they have like on the side, those things? That's how they are, bro. It's like there is no spontaneous.
Blinders.
Yeah, it's just like whatever is said to them, that's how we do. Work, everything. It's like Monday to Friday, then weekend is just beer and drinking and soccer. It's like, I don't know, it was just not, I wasn't comfortable. It's like, if you're good, they love you. If you get injured or something, you're just nothing, bro. Nothing. No one's actually your like friend or anything. It's just like everything. It's like they don't have emotions. I'm sorry for all German people. I do believe they have emotions, but it was. And on top of that, shitty weather, bro. You haven't been in the UK right now, right? Like rainy, grainy all the time, bro. Like really shitty days all the time. You're waking up, it's raining, which is good when you play soccer. You're kind of like, oh, I can't wait to like play soccer on the rain because it's actually more fun. But bro, besides like normal life, there is nothing literally.
Wow.
Yeah. I just didn't like the coldness.
Yeah. And so I'm assuming you didn't feel like you really connected with anybody while you were there either.
No. And I did change multiple countries, and that was always my problem, bro. Like, even like having a girlfriend, you're moving all the time. Like, what are you going to say? Hey, you want to go with me, bro? You're dating 3 months. No one's going to move for you in a different country. Yeah. You know what I mean? And friends also, it's really difficult to have friends. So only like, I will see my closest friends once per year, because they were on a high level of the soccer. I was always a little bit under them, but I will still also have maybe 3 weeks per year free, and sometimes it doesn't even match the same time. So we wouldn't see each other for a year and stuff. So like my family, I wouldn't see, all of that, even though I was never like really like close to my family. And well, now to lead to that, if you don't have any questions before.
No, I don't. But it's really nice. It's really nice to hear this perspective, because every morning I try to practice gratitude. I try to look at like the opportunities the world has given me. I try to think of my best friends who have passed away and died, and how literally my best friend Ryan went through absolutely everything, every tragic thing that you could imagine. And so it feels.
Watch your podcast
and then he woke up in the hospital in a coma. And then he kind of woke up from the coma basically in like unbearable pain, not being able to breathe. And I'm just thinking like, what if I woke up like that and then died the next day? Yeah. Like
that's life.
That's what I try to remember. But it's hard. Like all these mental things that I talk about, like, yeah, I'll say them, but man, it's so much harder in practice. It's so much harder. Yeah. And now I need to constantly practice them. So hearing you say this story is like really, it's always relieving. It's almost easier for me to practice this when I hear it from somebody else. Yeah. I think a lot of people can relate to that. That's why it's like, even though you know what's right, when you're talking to your friend and your friend tells you, you're like, yeah, I knew that. Yeah. Yeah, I knew that. Exactly. So like you telling me about like how you weren't able to connect with anybody during soccer, you can only see the people you loved maybe 3 times, 3 weeks out of the year, maybe once a year. Like every single day, I feel like I would just be like, what is my life for? Am I just trying to make money? Like, what am I? What's your purpose? What's the purpose? Yeah. That's a hard place.
I agree with that. That's why I actually like prep, because prep gives you purpose. Yeah. That's the only, but I totally agree with you. Yeah. And I think, bro, I think I was always like that. I think that made me at the same time extremely empathetic and not at all. Because I think my whole, since, as I said, since I was 16, I've been by myself, bro, like pretty much. I don't know if that's like, I don't need people to, like, no, it's not like that. I'm actually kind of, in a sense, maybe proud of that. Because everything that I did in my life, everything that I achieved in my life with no one handouts.
Yeah.
No one ever, bro. My own family never. I never got anything from my family. I never got anything from my friends, from anyone, any help, any handout, nothing. Like everything that I ever did in my life was just like, I'll try. I literally everything, and I said things like, when we're on that topic already, to like tell you that's why so I can come to the point. Yeah, in that time I was watching the videos on YouTube when I wanted to like quit the soccer, and in my head I was like, everyone's always telling, whenever I played soccer, I was always locker room. Everyone was like, bro, you look crazy. Like always, why you don't post shirtless picture and everything? Like you work all the time, why you don't post? And I was like, I never wanted to do that. Bro, I didn't even have Instagram coming to America until I came to America, which was like 3 years ago. And wait, now I blocked. What was I saying, bro?
Coming to America 3 years ago.
I got lost somewhere. But I don't know. I had like a million thoughts. And that's my problem. See, I always have. Yeah, but and I was then I was like, I can do that, bro. Like maybe I can do that. In that time, I started thinking, because as I said, I was watching Christian, and I was obsessed with athlete in that time. I mean, it was all videos that he was at that time, like that was the top of YouTubers and everything.
Yeah.
I was watching that.
Yeah,
and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try. And I have a video, bro. Like Joe LT made a video, me sitting in Germany, and I'm saying like right now, saying in the camera, you know what, guys, like I started YouTube then. That's when I started YouTube actually, which was my biggest like fear. Literally, my dad I started YouTube because my dad never supported me in anything. They never came to watch my one soccer game. Literally nothing. One soccer game in like so many years, nothing. And I remember that my dad, he was like, well, you're dumb. Like you always cook your meals, weigh your meals, like you always work out. Why you don't start YouTube? And when he said that, I was like, bro, he never like told me anything to do or like supported me in anything. So I was like, started thinking, that's why I started YouTube, long story short.
Oh, shit.
Because it was my biggest fear, like to talk in a camera, right?
Yeah.
And then I remember sitting in Germany since I started, it kind of changed me immediately. Like I kind of like fell in love with just the filming. And I was like, you know what, guys, like I'm going to try to stop playing soccer. I'm going to try to go to Houston and meet Christian, meet all the people in athlete, and maybe just be affiliate. Like if I need to clean the gym, I was like, I'll be there.
Gym?
Like I was always saying, remote,
oh shit,
remote 2-3 weeks after I'm moving already to America. Like literally not saying anyone. My mom didn't. They did know, but it was like kind of last moment. I was just like, next day I was flying already when I told them, come here in America, not knowing anyone, bro. No one.
Yeah.
Never spoke to anyone. Never been in America. Don't have papers. Nothing, bro. Coming Galveston, which is our way from Houston. My friend pretty much connected me with his friend, so he let me stay in his house. But I didn't know that person. So for the beginning, that was really helpful. So shout out to him. I was sleeping in his house, even though he had like babies and everything. So it was like pain in the ass. It was really difficult to sleep, to do anything. And I played soccer at that time, so I kind of had like money in that time. So I couldn't afford myself things, right? So when I came in America, I kept on spending the money, but I didn't work, and I stopped playing soccer, so I stopped getting paid, right? And in one moment, I'm like, bro, I'm gonna bankrupt, bro. I have nothing on my account. I need to start working, bro. But I'm in America. How I'm gonna start working? So long story short, he connects me to some guy, and I started working in a restaurant, not on my real name. Like as an immigrant in a restaurant, I started working, from playing professional soccer to working in a restaurant, bro.
Damn.
In like a month period of time. And work double shifts, bro, all the time, from like 10 in the morning till 10 in the evening. Double shifts, like 40,000 steps every day.
Jesus Christ.
And in that time, I'm working in a restaurant, I'm just thinking, how the hell I'm going to get to Houston and athlete gym, bro? Like, how I'm going to meet those people? It's just in my head, like, was this a smart move? Like, did I make a good job? Like, I'm literally quit my career to come here for what? Like, how I'm going to get there?
I feel like you probably burned the same amount of. I wonder if you burned the same amount of calories doing the restaurant job as playing soccer.
Oh, for sure, bro. Oh, for sure. It's plus stress and everything, bro. You know, like I'm sweating all the time, bro. It's actually hard. It's a shitty ass job, but it teaches you not to ever go there back. You know what I mean? I love those kind of things because all those things you remember. You never want to go back.
A lot of people say everyone should work in the service industry at least once.
Yeah, yeah. Long story short, it was COVID, bro. At that time. That time was stupid COVID, so the summer shredding was not supposed to be. And I'm working second day, like after whatever, I was thinking about that Christian Post story, it's gonna happen, summer shredding. And I'm like, this is my opportunity. Like, this is like, that's the only way that I can meet someone there, right? So I started prep by myself, bro, like no one there. I started prepping, I'm starting like, as I said, I already knew like how to get lean. I was always shredded pretty much anyways. And like working on top of that in the restaurant, like it was pretty easy. But I mean, pretty easy to get shredded, but it was really difficult to do both because I will need to eat my meals, but they don't give you a pause pretty much. And you work in double shifts. And bro, I remember like peak week was started. I was still working double shifts, bro, before summer shredding. Damn. Like I was still walking for like 30,000 steps, 7 days out of my show. And I remember I was just thinking, bro, you know what? I'm going to win, bro. I was so fucking, I don't know. I just got a feeling I'm going to win. I went and quit the job. I was like, you know what? I don't want to work here anymore. Never came back. Didn't give a 2 weeks notice, nothing. Went to summer shredding. Now here's a meet and greet. First time seeing Christian, right? So now it's like everyone's like stressed out. Oh my God, what I'm going to stay out to him? Like, bro, I flew all the way from Europe just to see that person in that time. I step in front of him and he's like, oh, you look great, bro. And I said to him, bro, like everyone can go ask him if you want. Like he remembers only me from all the people he ever met. I said to him, yeah, my name is Dorian. I'm going to win the show. I'm going to be your new alpha elite athlete. And he's looking at me. That was my first word. I didn't say like, hey, bro, I love your videos or anything. That was my first. My confidence was like to the fucking roof, bro. I don't know what was with me that time, bro. Just like returning back, I'm not that kind of person. I am confident, extreme, but I'm not going to say it out loud, you know, in that sense. He was like, okay, Monday photo shoot. I'm like, see you there. Like that as serious. Turn around and walk away, bro.
That was kind of a good brush.
And bro, he remembered, he literally remembered me immediately just because everyone's like, you know how it goes, like leaking gas and stuff like that, watch your videos, stuff like that. But I saw so many people already in a row behind that I didn't want to interrupt, bro. You're not going to have impression if you lick someone's ass. It's already 5,000 people before you said the same. You know what I mean? I really want to kind of, for him to remember, I didn't come in America for fucking nothing. I didn't stop my career. You know what I mean? I win the show. Alpha Elite signs me.
No way. You won the show.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Literally, I manifested that shit. That's why I started believing power of manifestation, bro. That's since then, everything that I ever said out loud, everything that that's why I'm saying, like when you say something out loud, that has a weight on it, bro. You know what I mean? Then you need to work hard for it because you need to show to people you actually. Since then, everything, as I said, like I mentioned something, I say I'm gonna do it, and I like all of those things. I sound like, well, pretty much I started like they started shooting me all the time, bro. They didn't even know I was driving still from Galveston. I still live there. He will call me because like he won't sleep and stuff like that. He will call me 5 a.m. to go like to come to the shoot, bro. I would like drive from Galveston, come to a 30-minute photo shoot and go back for free, bro, for nothing. I was shooting every day, bro. My whole Alpha Elite webpage in a month from my show was just me. It was literally just me, bro. Everything, and I was working for free, pretty much. And that's how this whole career started. But like I literally manifested since like Germany. I said I'm gonna come there, and I was so I don't know why I was so secure like in myself that I'm gonna win the show. That changed my life. Like that literally changed. That moment when I won the show, that changed everything. And I'm no longer with Alpha Elite anymore. But that helped me to be where I am right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. So. It's not everything how it seems on the internet, by the way. Like, you know, I had a different picture, but didn't end up like that. I'm in a greater spot right now. But that part helped me to be where I am right now, you know. So, yeah.
Where did you picture yourself originally?
Where?
Yeah.
I really didn't know what I'm going to... I just wanted to be an athlete somehow. That was my only thought. Like, at that time, my head was empty. Literally, my head was just to get there somehow. And I found a way, and I won the show. You know, a lot of people try to win summer shredding. They think that's easy. Bro, it's not easy to win summer shredding. It's probably way more difficult than win any NPC show, any regional show.
Do you mind me asking? Do you mind me asking if you're natural?
That time?
show?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
100%. 100% in that time, yeah. I was natural. I wanted summer training naturally. And then Phil Heath, before that, I actually competed because I didn't know summer training is going to be. So I didn't mention that part, but I wanted to compete. And then I was kind of starting the prep, and he said there's not going to be summer training. So 4 weeks before summer training, I stepped on Phil Heath. So I still worked in a restaurant while like competing and everything. First, my show ever was Phil Heath in Texas.
The Phil Heath,
Yeah.
like, I don't know, show or something.
Yeah, something.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah, and I was like...
Was he actually there, Phil Heath? No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Or maybe I didn't even know, bro, who he is in that time. I don't know, man. And I think I placed second and like third in open, bro.
Wow.
For my first show,
dude.
Third or fourth. That meant like way
insane.
more than like second place in like novice or something like that.
Yeah.
That open fourth, and I was like skinny.
That's awesome.
But I always had the shape, you know. So I guess that was like the, you know, I always had, even though I was like way smaller, was a men's physique is about the shape.
Yeah,
so.
you have a really great men's physique shape, especially, bro, when you turn around, your back is fucking nuts.
Thank you,
I
bro.
can't believe you have to work on your back.
Yeah,
I can't believe they
everyone's
said
saying
that.
your back is crazy. And
Your
then it's
back
like,
is crazy.
My only feedback from the judges was a back thickness to get like those. You know?
Maybe it's because your back just fucking is so wide, dude.
It's
I
I have
just-
a wideness, but I
you
have
just
no
have, like,
thickness.
yeah.
You know, so when you compare me to someone that like it's meaty on the back, it's difficult, bro. It's
I
difficult,
get that.
You know,
I get that.
those people are bigger than I am.
You got the width though, dude. You have the V taper. The V taper's crazy, man.
Thank you, bro.
It makes me like
Thank
second
you, bro.
guess getting on stage.
Thank you, brother. You'll be soon there, bro. You're prep. Yeah. No,
Yeah, I start prep maybe in a couple weeks.
prep is
I don't know if I'm ready.
really.
I just look at my.
I always miss the prep when I'm bulking, bro.
I mean, I miss being shredded, of course, but I have these high standards for myself where I'm scared of getting on stage and disappointing everybody. Like I just look at my body and I'm like, I don't know if I've gained. Like I wish I gained so much more size in the year.
I don't know
what to
a second
expect,
because I
to be
literally,
honest.
because this was my first attempt for a pro car ride Olympia, and I wanted to do that by myself, and I was exactly the same. That's why I stopped you. I apologize for that, but I put a lot of pressure on myself. You know why? Because of you guys. You will see me in the gym and you're like, bro, you look fucking crazy. Like you look pro already. But I know in my head how those people look there. Like when you see me alone, like I have a great, I do have a great like genetics and everything. And even on the stage, I probably have always one of the best genetics. It's a size is the problem, right? When someone's so much 20 pounds heavier than you are, no matter how better you look, you're gonna lose. So I knew that, right? But now this prep, I changed my. I don't even post so much. Like I do YouTube episodes, like literally every 2 days, it's a new episode. I love that. But Instagram, I don't like push it so much, and I really feel way better, bro. Why would you put a pressure on yourself? But that's a huge thing to be on prep. I shout out to anyone who can do that and finish that.
Yeah.
Finishing the prep is a huge thing without screwing up once. And 90% of the people screw things. 99, even biggest professionals. I know for a fact because I'm surrounded by them. I know for a fact that even Olympians that you watch on TV screw on their prep. So just going through a prep without a mistake, it's a huge thing. Even if you are not even in the first call out. And that's how I started looking at that, and pressure was pretty much. And now I don't. I just want to be present and enjoy. You know.
I'm assuming that the audience probably doesn't understand what you're saying because they don't know you or your stories. But I'm assuming you're like talking about like times where like you've talked to other pros. Like you've indicated some names to me about like men's physique pros that you were close with or that you've talked to.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they've like told you stories about how they personally would like accidentally
Binge
fuck up
grow.
certain parts. Binge?
Like, yeah, on like peanut butter and shit on like 3 weeks out, bro.
Damn.
People on Olympia stage.
Oh, whoa.
Bro, I never missed a gram when I'm on prep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I finished that for me. So I figured out, not for me, for everyone, just you got to have respect whoever is there, bro. Whoever is there, no matter how bad they look. Well, I mean, if they look bad, they probably screwed up a couple of times. So whoever is like there and look good and everything, you got to have respect. Even though if you think you are better or whatever, like just finishing the prep, it's a really big thing of a character, as I already said. And that's why I take the proud character. Yeah. If you didn't miss your not a minute of a cardio, not a 1 gram of a carb, protein, whatever, everything was executed to you hold yourself on a higher standard. You know, that's what I really like, and that's really difficult. That's really difficult. That's where character comes. You know what I mean? And I'm all about that, bro. I live for that.
Right.
Yeah. I love that.
I think I just got so exhausted after doing 9 shows. when it took me 9 shows to do my pro card. That
I get it now. When
you know, like when you just,
I get it.
It's so much time of just like following the same thing and just not breaking. I just got so exhausted from it. So
I get it,
and it was a lot of pressure, obviously. But now that I'm finally back doing my first show after like 3+ years, I think the only thing in my head is like, did I even gain enough size? Like I know I'll commit to this prep, but what if I like, do I want to show myself in front of the judges so they recognize my face more, or
Absolutely,
do I want to
bro.
focus on building and getting even bigger?
You do your show, bro, and you get a feedback.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I wanted to do. That's all. I knew I'm not gonna be big enough. I knew, and I still started prep because I don't want to book. I booked for a year, bro, and I put probably like 15 pounds of muscle, bro.
Damn.
From summer shredding, I was like on summer shredding. I won that. I was like 177.
Okay.
On Olympia, I was 193 on stage. So how much is that?
Yeah, it's a lot.
13, 16 pounds. Stage difference in a year of like real bulk for a year. But I knew still I need way more time. I was always small, as I already said. Now I'm not anymore, but I'm still smaller than most of the people.
Yeah.
Like I'm always like in that small area, but you do that. Also, every show has every judge looks something different. Some judges likes the way I look, for example, more aesthetic, more shredded, conditioned. And some judges like more the size.
Yep.
So you go and they give you a feedback. That's what you work on. That's why I like to do shows, because like, I know I'm not perfect. I like to hear what they want me to do. I like to, from the real people that are actually judging you, that they can put you in the first place in Olympia one day. I want to hear from them. What do you think I need to improve?
Right.
So
Gotcha.
Do that, bro.
Nice.
You got it.
Thank you, bro.
You got it.
If you feel like any of the medications that we spoke about today may benefit you, such as BPC 157, GH secretagogues such as Tesamorelin, IGF-1, oxandrolone troche, Semaglutide, then you can obtain these from Transcend HRT, and the link for that will be in the bio. If you feel like you're experiencing symptoms of low testosterone, such as depression, anxiety, lack of motivation, as well as lack of sex drive, then you can get this checked out as well by getting your blood work done at Transcend, and they will provide you expert medical analysis. Transcend HRT has worked with many professional bodybuilders and pro athletes, such as Thor Bjornsson, Phil Heath, and Jeremy Buendia. And if you feel like this podcast has any relevancy to you, I do believe that this clinic will provide of great benefit to you as well. I don't like to block or whatever anybody, but sometimes there's just some people that like you can tell don't quite have like, aren't quite socially inept. You know what I mean? Like they're like, I think they're like secluded or something, and they just say some weird things and weird comments that are like very like insensitive or just kind of like sometimes a little stupid.
Well, insecure people, bro. Whatever is negative, those people are insecure.
Yeah. Some weird people out there. Like
a lot.
The weirdest thing is like sometimes on my like on the real page, there will be people that like follow it consistently, but then they'll have comments that are just like straight up just like hating on any like bodybuilder or gear use or anything whatsoever. And I'm just like, are you following this for an outlet?
Oh,
so you can get mad and then comment, or
it's so, bro.
Because it seems like you're also interested.
It's so easy to read people in those sense. Like whoever, I'll tell you right now, all of those like accounts. I'm not gonna name the names, but all of the accounts that make like any kind of videos or any kind of content based on another people. Those people are either haters or losers, bro. There is no in between. Like if you're focused on someone else, you talk shit about someone else. You're showing your insecurity.
Yeah.
I don't know how people can understand when you comment on, let's say, my post, right? Let's say, like look like that. It's difficult with the steroids, for example. You just show your insecurity. You'll never look like that, and then you know that's why you commented. Like it's so easy to like, you know what I mean? But people don't understand that. You just expose yourself in your weak character, bro. Like I will never comment negative about, or someone makes a video about you negative, right? And I go like, that's showing that I don't like you, bro. And it's showing immediately that I'm a hater or loser. Because I like someone post about exposing you like being, I don't know what you did, let's say, for example, right? But why would I like that? Again, like either I'm loser or hater. There is no in between. If you like something's negative or talk negative about someone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a weakness in a character. Like successful people, they don't like anyone that's like normal, happy or successful. They don't focus on the people, bro. You know, they don't focus like on negative things, bro. They don't hear that. They're just like,
right. At least for me recently, I haven't really given. I think honestly, I can honestly say I can't think of a time where I've given really much of a fuck about what anyone said about me in the comment. But it bothers me so much when like people comment about my guest.
Yeah,
and it's obviously it's only in the reel, right? Because the reels are sent off to people who don't even follow the account, or just people that are just not avid followers. Like you look at the podcast comments, and all of you guys watching are just fucking amazing people that will literally, if there is some kind of criticism, they'll give constructive criticism. Otherwise, the support is phenomenal, and a lot of them actually truly connect. Like there's some cool conversations that can go on, whereas like you'll just see comments and like any Instagram reels, you know, like it's a fucking thing. Instagram reels versus TikTok reels, man. It's crazy.
It's always gonna have. It's always gonna be hate. That's
yeah.
But when you do something correct, there's a sign. People hate something that's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like it absolutely bothers me as well. I just ignore it though. You know, like it bothers me in a sense I wanna have a reaction back. So I need to hold myself, you know what I mean? But that's what they want because, you know.
Of course.
I just ignore that.
I just wish that us as human beings, we were able to, like, if we wanted to make a claim, we would make a claim without assumptions.
Yeah.
Right? But it's so easy, I think, for a lot of people, especially if they're really angry, is they automatically make the assumption that enables their hateful comment.
Yeah.
Even if it's not true. So, like, some of these comments who just don't even watch the podcast, like, will claim, like, why is this guy taking, like Ziegler Monster on my last podcast, amazing guy, told his whole story, was very like open about it for the sake of just telling a story so people can relate and maybe learn from it. But obviously there's one dumbass comment that will say something such as like, wow, is he really like taking a whole like gram of gear to like literally just look like that and only coach, or like simply just to be a coach? And then like, you know, face palm emoji or whatever. And it's like, you obviously didn't listen to the podcast. He did it because he wanted to be Mr. Olympia. He wanted to compete for Mr. Olympia at least. That was a dream of his. So you absolutely just decided to just say something.
Just talk shit.
Yeah. Anyways, let's go back.
Let's go back.
Before the break, we were talking about how you won the show at Alpha Elite and then you decided to take like a year off, gained a ton of mass. Right?
Oh, well, not exactly. Not exactly. So when I won, it was kind of more like a pressure. That's when I kind of, I don't like to use those terms like blew up and like social media and shit like that. But that was like, that was my,
your biggest growth spurt.
Yeah, because I was walking, bro, stage. Like I literally didn't change from my show. How I looked on the stage, I walked like that for 2 years. Literally for 2 years, exactly the same weight, exactly the same.
Just to be
model. Model, because I took that so seriously. I was like, I'm not letting this go, bro. No one's gonna take over. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be the person that's going. I was so like, I want to stay. I'm gonna do whatever it needs. I'm gonna wake up. That's where like I started waking up so early. That's when I'm like, every day I was posting at the same time content, like 9 in the morning Houston time. Literally, that's what like. And then finally, things started like going. And then when I got kind of a following, then I was like, okay, now I can bulk. You know what I mean? Now is the time. And at the same time, I didn't kind of want to compete in that time. But everyone was always telling me, like, you have potential, this and that. Even though I was always kind of small. And then my current coach, Alex, he was like, shout out Alex, my friend. I'm his groomsman also. One of the best coaches in the game. He was like, I'll coach you for free. Just, you know, follow the plan. And I'm really easy to work with, bro. Yeah, I don't make mistakes. Yeah, I really like the pressure. I like the consistency. I like everything about it.
Right.
Know?
I'm sure this is a lot derived from like your time as a football player.
Yeah,
too, so.
I think that it came from there. Being young and professional athlete. Yeah, I think that all of that work ethic and food and everything, because you also eat clean when you're like that. And I think all of that came from there for sure. And just like, I love the pressure, bro. I like when I feel like trash. I like that. Then I go and push even harder. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the time. Like when you feel, you're gonna have obvious, and especially like when it comes to competing, you're gonna have days when you wake up is the worst day of your life, bro. Actually, it's gonna be most of the days. It's gonna be, you think it's gonna be the worst day. So you know what I mean? But that's a little when I like, fuck this, bro. Now I'm gonna go and crush myself. I just don't like to look weak in front of myself. I don't even know how to explain. I don't even care about looking weak in front of other people. I don't like to disappoint myself. If that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. So if you don't mind me asking, then when do you end up starting gear?
end up starting here. See, I never talk. Actually, this is gonna be the first time I kind of talk about it. I'm someone that never ever I talked about that. How can I put this? How can I put this correctly?
I'm hoping I'm not putting like too much pressure.
I am someone that, and I'm gonna stay with that. I'm gonna stick with that. I'm someone that never claimed natty, ever, and I'm someone that never claimed unnatty. So, with that said, shows that I did, summer training stuff like that I won. I was fully natural. Now I'm trying to get my pro card. Potentially one day I want to step on this. Like if I see actually I can do something, I would really like to step on the stage like Arnold and Olympia. So now whoever is watching, connect the dots. Like it will be really, firstly, unprofessional. Secondly, dumb to try to compete on the highest level against enhanced people fully natural. Right? So
yeah, for sure. You have to be.
The reason, if you wonder, sorry that I interrupt you, but the reason why I don't like to talk about it is like, as we all mentioned, like I'm someone that like kind of people like my physique, right? I'm someone that people like because of physique, and I feel like that's why I like to film full day of eatings. That's why I like to actually show them what I'm doing day to day without the drugs, right? I don't show any of those because I'm actually trying to help to show you how I got there. But whatever you say, like it's like there is so many people, even though people are gonna laugh. If I say I'm on 300 milligrams of tren, people are gonna think if they use that they're gonna look like me, and that's why I don't like to talk about it, because no matter you can even look better, you can be bigger, but you're never gonna look like me. We don't have the same body. We don't have same genetics. Like me and you are totally different people. So it doesn't matter what someone uses. Maybe even if you use triple amount than anyone uses, you will still look like shit. You know what I mean? So that's my reason why I really don't like. It's Chris Bumstead. We talk about it, right? Chris Bumstead is someone that obviously everyone knows he's on drugs, but he doesn't talk about it, and I respect that because so many people admire him and look up to him, and they're gonna put all what we just mentioned. They're gonna put all his hard work aside and say he looks like he looks because the drugs that he used, right? Which is the last thing why he looks like that, literally, but the last thing that just help him to be on the top for years, help him a little, like 20% of all, besides the hard work, besides genetics, besides him eating clean, besides him waking up early morning and stuff like that. But people always look that, but that's why I really don't want to talk about, because if people always focus on the easy path, you know,
right. I don't even like, honestly, I'm not really a proponent of people really even talking about, I guess, their dosages and exact compounds, because it just varies so much per people.
Yeah.
I think the best experiences that I've had in this podcast that have been valuable for others is whenever people basically recount an experience of which, whether a certain like situation or a certain protocol that they went through was either beneficial or not for them. And a lot of the times, there's some that are not worth it.
Yeah.
Or some that come with just side effects and consequences that are just literally very valuable to know, because there's a lot of people that will, like, you know, put themselves into that situation, you know? There's a lot of people that will just jump into something just because they're curious or they think it's going to do well.
Or they hear from someone.
Right. Or they hear from a friend.
I was mentioning that for the people that film a YouTube video, they have a huge following on YouTube, right? What's up, guys? So yeah, today I'm going to pin with 300 milligrams of tren. People, no matter, it's a joke. It's a joke. You know, there will be in a video like, yeah, I'm joking. Of course, don't use it. Kids hear that. Even though he's joking, they think you know what I mean? And some of those kids, even though we think they will go and do that. And I really don't want to promote it. That's not my thing. Go as long as you can. Be natural, be unnatural. I don't care. I don't freaking. It's no difference today anymore. Literally, everyone's on. The people that you think in a gym that look like crap, probably on a lot of drugs. You wouldn't even know, probably, right?
Yeah.
In the days, it was literally like that. So
Jesse James West had a really cool video recently. Actually, I don't normally watch his videos, but it popped up on my feed
in UK. I watched that.
Right,
I watched that, and like literally, you saw those people. Like everyone's saying, they're on gear. They don't look like they're on gear. They look like normal people in the gym.
A lot of people there.
Yeah, and they look like normal people in the gym. So it's just, if you already do it, I will say health is, for me, always health is a priority, bro. I'm not going to be in the bodybuilding for the rest of my life. I want to have a family. I want to have you know what I mean? So health is always in the first place. With that said, obviously blood work and everything with that. And once again, that comes from me being professional athlete before. So I know like how to take care of my body and everything. So I'm always first put that. If something's wrong, I'm stopping the number. Bro, who cares about first place if you're unhealthy? You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So have a good coach. I think that's the most important, bro. I think that's the most important because like you're not gonna know everything about yourself. You need to have someone to back that up. Someone with the knowledge, someone that went through that multiple times by himself and coach multiple people on something, right? I think that's a lot, like really helpful. Someone also that is as a coach health conscious, because nowadays there's a lot of people that just because they're coaching, they want to see their people on the first place or something, and they're gonna put a lot of things that are not necessary, right? So also needs to be a good person and a good coach and health conscious coach.
Gotcha.
Yeah. When it comes to me, I feel like not to, how can I put this, not to be like looking like a bragging. I have that wow effect, right? When I'm like shredded. Like if I take shirt off in between of 100 people that are doing bodybuilding, you're probably gonna see me first. I have that kind of like, you know what I mean? Like because the way my genetics, like I'm always dry.
Yeah,
I'm always dry and like veins all over the stomach and everything. So and then because
you're
of
naturally
that,
dry.
Yeah, and then because
I'm
of that,
naturally, literally, I'm naturally like
everyone
I look like a Samoan, right?
Yeah,
or like a Hawaiian.
Some people hold a lot of water no matter what, right?
Yeah.
I can eat whatever I want. I'm not holding any water, bro. I don't use diuretics before the show. I don't.
That's funny because that was one of your questions in the Q&A.
Really? Yeah.
Was if your coach gives you like a diuretic protocol, what kind of stuff would it be?
Okay, I can say that. Nothing. I do night before a shot of vodka, and I do on my show day espresso in the morning.
Nice. That's not bad at all. There's some people that have used some fucking crazy shit.
I actually don't even cut the water, bro. I don't cut the water. Like I drink throughout the whole week, gallon and a half.
That's crazy.
Throughout the whole week. I don't do anything, bro. And on top of that, I eat like 4,000 calories on my peak week.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm still dry.
What?
Without diuretics and everything.
That's crazy.
It's just, thank God. Thank God. It's my mom and dad. It's just genetics, you know. Even when I won summer shredding, right? As I said, I was fully natural. I was still like that. I was peeled, bro. I was like, you know, like veins and everything. And people already then thought that I'm like, I don't know what I'm using, this and that, bro. It's just.
I'm sure part of it, though, is like, the other trade-off with your genetics is it's probably harder for you to gain mass compared to others, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, like I started this prep 224, and now I'm 205. You know, so like I do get up to I can get like some people they get an off-season 216, then they're on stage 200, bro. I don't go so hard, like you know, I'm like because as I said, like I'm not even lying right now. It's also based metabolism, right? Like I was even mentioning to you that I talked with Jay Cutler. He told me personally, shout out Jay, I love Jay. Jay is my close friend actually. When he was 300 pounds heavy, he didn't eat amount on the prep, right? He didn't eat amount of food that I'm eating, and I'm 3 times less in his size. Okay, double, let's say, smaller than he is, and I still eat more, and my body still digests more food than he when he was 300 pounds. You know what I mean? So it's like. He didn't, bro. Like he didn't know. My coach doesn't know like what to do. My whole peak week was no cardio, no clean, no any fat burners, no thyroid, the things, nothing, literally nothing. No, every day 8 pancakes from IHOP, plus 2
every day.
Every day on a peak week. Bro, go watch my Olympia store, bro. I will wake up. He will be like, okay, today I get pancakes again. I'm like, are you serious? Should I do more cardio? He's like, no cardio. And I still drop throughout the week, and plus 2 blueberry muffins on top of that.
Damn.
From Dunkin' Donuts, and
that's gas. Blueberry muffins are good.
Yeah, and that's on top of my 5 meals on the day, bro.
Yeah.
Actually, minus pancakes. 4 meals plus pancakes plus 2, and it's like every meal is 400 grams of rice, bro. So it's like I eat a lot on my peak week, and I still on the end of the week I still drop weight for Olympia.
Right.
You know, so it's like it's a lot. I was talking to Joe. We just filmed YoungLA for a World video, and we were discussing that a lot. It's a lot about genetics. It's like I would say, in the end of the day, everything is about genetics. Why people choose men's physique and they don't choose classic? Because I can choose like classic, even if I want. Simple as that. Why people choose NBA? Because their genetic predispositions are ready to be there. They are tall. They can jump, right? So people choose based on how they look.
What their strengths are.
You know what I mean? I said to Joe, even if you don't, let's say, no matter we are drugs or no drugs, right? Joe Andrews' legs, right? Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy legs. And I'm like, put me on no matter how much PEDs right now for a year. You don't train legs for a year, I'll be on a PEDs for a year and bust my ass on the legs. I'm still not going to have legs like him.
Yeah.
Is that true or not?
100% true.
100% true, bro. And that's what people don't get. That's what people can't understand. Yeah. They think if they take steroids, no matter what, they're going to grow. They're going to have a crazy arms. No, it's your genetics at the end of the day.
Right.
It's just going to kind of like emphasize that. And for some people, not even. For some people, maybe not even going to work at all. Some people are hyper responders. Some people are not responding.
That's why it's so funny to hear when people are just like, they make the assumptions about somebody's genetics. You really can't make assumptions about anything, honestly.
No.
You just never know. Like, we can't really play God here. Like, that's kind of silly, I think.
That's why, like, when someone said he's natty or not natty, like, we're in this industry, so we can read that easily. It's really pretty easy when you like to say, but I 100% believe when someone says that. If you truly say that, yeah, I believe. You know what I mean? Like, why would you lie in the first place?
I mean, I don't 100% believe it, but there's a lot of accounts where someone actually could be natty and they just look unnatural and people don't believe it. And it happens very often.
Oh, yeah.
And I got to be real with you guys. Like, straight up, a lot of black people, a lot of my black friends who I know are natural look fucking crazy, bro. Crazy. They look better than me no matter what.
And work out 2 times a week, bro.
It's unreal, dude. Yeah. I mean, obviously, like the black friends I'm thinking about work out every day. Like a lot of my buddies in zoo, but like, dude, they just posted some stories and dude, your dryness, but more fullness. Oh yeah. It's just like, what are you going to do about it? Right. Yeah. And then, you know, Josh, like, I don't know if Josh is natty or not.
I believe he is, bro. I believe he is, you know.
But
like,
even if he isn't natty and he took like the smallest amount of orals so that way he can like try to come back somehow and like be tested positive or be tested negative, like whenever he's getting his blood work done, still the fact that like I just truly believe that his like 43% West African is a huge contribution to why his arms are fucking like looking like 30-inch arms, dude.
It's great.
Like because even when he was younger, like he's always had big ass arms compared to the rest of his body, and that's obviously just like Joe's legs. That's just a genetic predisposition.
That's exactly once again that. And no matter how me and you much work on our arms, he doesn't even have to do anything, and still gonna have better arms than we do. Yeah. It's simple as that. Like, but I can't like. I can't wrap my head around the people because they're not deep enough in that, you know, so they can understand that part, I guess.
Another disclaimer I want to say for anybody who does want to compete and loves competing is you don't really know where your physique is going to land until you step on stage. You actually could be fucking amazing.
Bro, Erin Banks.
You're just comparing yourself like your legs are smaller than somebody, but just because they're smaller doesn't mean your physique isn't going to win.
100%. Erin Banks, perfect example. Did you saw how Erin Banks looked before he won Olympia? You didn't?
No, what's up?
Bro, you gotta find a picture and pop them on a screen, bro. Erin Banks was like shoulders like this, belly like this, like literally like a Michelin, bro, on the side. Shout out Erin Banks. He's also one of my close friends. Bro, I gotta find it. Bro, I'm gonna show you right now. Erin Banks. And then he just started bodybuilding. You never guys know what is your actual genetic, like, bro.
Potential. Oh, whoa.
That's how he looked before winning Olympia.
Whoa, that's crazy. Wait, can you show it to my camera? Yeah, that's a cool transformation. I mean, he does look like he's got some good muscle underneath.
He looks like, for you to tell. If you see him in the gym, you'll be like, oh my God, this guy looks pretty bad, right?
Yeah, right.
And then like 2-3 years after, he wins Olympia.
Right.
So you really don't know. You really don't know. And on top of that, I know Erin. Obviously, he's on PEDs, but I talked to him. He wasn't for a while. When he actually got a pro card, he was natural, right? And then after, I know he's on like, he doesn't use a lot. I just know that they're gonna keep it there, way less than most of the people. But genetically,
but still more than you, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you told me about the conversation, so I had to say that.
Oh yeah,
yeah, more than you though. Yeah, no, I get it, bro. After you and I had that talk, I also had a realization, like, man, I probably could have done a lot more.
Yeah.
but it's okay. I feel super healthy. Blood work looks great.
Yeah.
So,
and it's, bro, I feel like,
why push?
I feel, especially you're even younger than I am. I feel like, bro, it's time. You know, you can put a lot of size in a shorter period of time by using more gear. Yeah. Or you can go the safer route, take way less, be actually healthy during the whole process, and still put the same amount,
quote unquote, relatively healthier.
Yeah, well, if you're smart enough, and still put the same amount of size, but like, let's say instead of 1 year, 2 years, right? So you choose. You pretty much choose what's your path. Do you want to be longer term in this industry? You want to go in, go out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, the one thing I want to say, obviously people can believe what they want to believe. This is just simply my perspective and my observation with my own body being completely as genuine as possible. I never believed I had great genetics. And I think it's important for people. I mean, it's not important, but if you're curious about what your genetics are, you can always look at your family, right? You can look at your dad, your mom, your grandparents. What does everyone look like?
Yeah.
My buddy Fu from San Diego, he's fucking crazy, shredded, jacked, Asian, natural. Looks amazing. Some people are suspicious. Sometimes they don't believe that he's natural. But you look at his family, and his family were all like jacked bodybuilders or martial artists. They look crazy, all of them. So it's like it runs. My family, they all look like, sorry, I don't mean to talk down to my family, but I'm going to be straight. They fucking look like the villain in Despicable Me. You know, the really skinny arms and legs, but then like the big ass body. Yeah, they all kind of have that body type. They're like, the professions are not remotely even close to anything that would get a good looking body. But like professors.
Like I do feel you have a pretty good genetics. So like you have a really small waist, wide shoulders.
So this is where I'm getting at. So like they don't have the best genetics. Clearly they don't have great genetics for muscle building or fat loss. I was curious about that. I wasn't sure. I put myself through this because I didn't care what my genetics were. I just wanted to build my best self. Obviously I step on stage and to my surprise,
you won the pro card.
Well, it took 9 times, but I got 3rd place my first show, kept going, won 1st place my first show, got 1st overall. The judges kept telling me you have a great physique. The judges told me you have a great taper. This is huge for me. This is a fucking and I would never have known this if I didn't try. Yep. I would never have known this if I didn't step on stage multiple times. It took me multiple times to believe in myself that I had a good enough physique. Now, I did my DNA testing and I got things that literally confirmed all my suspicions. For example, I have a lower androgenic response, I guess. So maybe I just respond less to androgens than the average person. That doesn't sound too out of left field. I am Asian. And there's been some coaches that have observed that black people tend to have a better androgenic response and just natural muscle building, while Asians normally, on average, tend to have the lower side of all the, cultures. And then also, I saw that I am like, I think I just said this, right? Like, I think I was like, what was it? Like top 50% or something of like the population that has like 1.667 times chance to be obese.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just read it out so I can give people this straight. But like, it kind of just 1.67 times more likely to be obese, and then half the population has this. Yeah. And then also GS281, which is a second genetic predisposition, 88% of the population not maintain weight loss unless you perform high energy exercise. So it's hard for me to maintain weight loss unless I perform. It makes sense.
Yeah.
You're super dry all the time. It's easier for me to get fat.
Yeah.
It always has been. I started being fat. That was my childhood. And then another thing here is what I always knew is like, no matter what, even if I did practice powerlifting, I had a hard time. Like I'm no Sam Sulek, obviously never going to be a Larry Wheels, but even the strongest people in my school and my college were always stronger than me no matter how hard I tried. And then so I just come into bodybuilding. And for some reason, I felt like for a weird reason, I seemed to grow more on higher reps, and my pump was a lot better if I did like 20 reps. And no one would ever recommend that. People were like 8 to 12 reps. If you want to go high, go like 12 to 15 or something, maybe 16. No one I've ever heard really ever recommended things like going higher than that. But I believe that's how my body seemed to work well. Even though I didn't do it, I literally decided to stick to what other people said because I'm like, maybe they're just right. And then I got my shit tested. RS1815739 TT, impaired muscle performance, more type 1 muscle fibers, higher repetition / slower contraction. So
it tells you more repetitions.
I respond better. Well, it just means like basically it's endurance.
Yeah.
I perform better for endurance, not power.
Okay.
So basically what that means is more than likely, I will induce more hypertrophy. My muscles will respond better size wise to something like more volume, higher time under tension, more reps.
Yep.
More sets.
Bro, it's funny because literally yesterday when you were in the gym, when we filmed that video, me and Joe was talking about that, about the type of training and how no one's wrong and no one's right anymore. Absolutely no one's wrong and no one's right, because there is a Joe Andrews that takes a huge pride in a time under tension, really slow negatives, and like heavier weight, right? 100% works. I stand firm. His technique is great. Then there is a most famous person in fitness industry right now in the world, Sam Sulek, that does everything opposite. That his technique is probably one of the worst techniques that I saw when it comes to workouts.
He doesn't quite do everything opposite, because Dr. Mike did a little analysis on our pod together, and he said Sam Sulek could slow down his eccentric.
So I didn't mean in a negative way, just by the way. I didn't mean that.
But he said that Sam Sulek could slow down his eccentric. He could pause at the bottom to mitigate injury risk. He could also, I don't know what the other thing was, but essentially he said like those are two things that he could improve on. But does he push himself close to failure? Absolutely. Does he go to failure at some point?
Reps
absolutely.
And everything. Yeah.
Does he like does he have like a full range of motion? Absolutely. For example, like when he's doing those close stance squats, God, he fucking goes till his fucking calves are touching his hamstrings. Yeah. So like he does train really well. No,
absolutely. I'm just saying that, like, in the sense that he was saying, like, technique is everything, right? If you go with like 2 plates, let's just say, or 1 plate, really slow, hold it, and then you push bench, you're gonna have maybe more benefit than bouncing it off. But it doesn't hold water anymore, in the sense, like, there's so many people that are just literally like powerlifting and like using so much, like, there's not even like half reps and they still look crazy. Again, it's like, it's your genetics, and you need to adopt the training that works for you. It's simple as that. That's why you need to everything, bro. You need to go through a diet, through phases, bro. You need to see what your body digests the best. You need to see what type of, maybe intermittent fasting, let's just say, maybe 6 times per, right? You need to figure out everything. Everyone's body is totally different, especially when it comes to the workout as well. I feel like for me personally, also volume works way better than a heavy weight. I tried everything. And I'm someone that actually can lift pretty heavy, especially for my size. But I always decide kind of to go with a relatively heavy, but like volume. And that works way better for me. You know, it's just, even in the off season and everything, when I see like where I gained and everything, okay, like, yeah, well, even let's say like rec pulls was my main to build my back right now in the last 3 months. I will do rec pulls with the 6 plates, which is a lot of weight. But I wouldn't do it if I can do only 1 or 2, which people would do, right? I can actually, I was able actually to do that 8 or 9 reps, 6 plates, and that's how I build. Like, I don't go under, like, if I even go maximum weight, it's not my 2 reps. Like, I don't do that. I never tried, even if I think I'm gonna just get 2 reps. You know, I would rather go a little bit lower, still heavy, but like push more volume, and then do a couple of sets of that. I feel like that works for me way more. And everyone's different, bro. Someone just comes in the gym and have like 30-minute workout and they look crazy. Someone needs to be in the gym 3 hours. Well, you shouldn't be in the gym 3 hours, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
You gotta try everything, bro. You gotta try everything, for real. Not everything, guys.
Is there anything else that you feel like worked for you that didn't work for others?
In which sense? Training wise or
everything wise? But one of the examples that you had previously was other people tend to take like maybe a lot of diuretics. I know someone who took like, dude, I know a story of someone who took like almost 10 Diazide. It was actually,
I don't even know.
I think it was
what diuretic or what, like, what's the name?
It's like a prescription diuretic. Yeah, but you don't take any diuretics. So obviously it seems like not taking diuretics is something that works for you because your body tends to be more dry than others. Yeah. Is there anything else that you can think of?
Not just that, he didn't even want to give me the shot. I wanted the shot. He was like, "You're already too dry. Like, don't take it."
Oh shit, you wanted the shot.
I wanted to sleep, bro. Is there anything else that helps me? Well, I mean, cardio definitely helps, right? See, also, like, for most people who will work, it's cutting carbs out. Simple as that, right? Carbs are attached to a water is attached to a carb, sodium, right? So like cutting carbs and sodium out of the system it's probably going to affect you in terms that you're going to be really dry, right? But you're going to lose that fullness. You're going to lose crispiness and everything, right? For me, again, like, I eat pancakes, bro, and I wake up dry next morning, you know, with 3 gallons of water in me. So again, like, I don't have to do a lot. And when it comes to those terms, I don't have to do a lot. But if I want to grow, my God, bro. I need to crush myself in the gym, on the plate.
How many calories do you eat when you have to grow bulking?
Like 7,000.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, what the fuck? I was expecting
I swear
5.
that people think that I'm like, bro, I was eating 4,000. Like right now I'm in the lowest phase. This is dig phase for me right now as we're speaking. I'm in the 2,500. But that's for this week and next week. And then we started raising food because my body immediately, like every day I waking up.
The lowest calories you eat at
25.
all in prep is 2,500.
25, 260 carbs.
Absolutely
that's like,
insane.
That's like the lowest.
That is insane.
With the 35 minutes of cardio, 6 times per week, not more.
That used to be my lean bulk.
I know. That's why
That's
people
crazy.
don't believe me, but go like literally, I show people my YouTube videos and everything, literally. So like Olympia whole like peak week I was showing and everything. I sometimes can't believe. I'm like, bro, how is this going on? I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm in the restroom 10 times per day, dog. I go to the restroom, bro, to do the second part like 10 times per day, bro.
Okay, I gotta ask this.
Like it's crazy.
If you don't mind me asking this again, obviously I don't want to ever put anything, any pressure on you for anything. Plus, these don't have to be in there. But I'm assuming it didn't really change very much. One, considering you were a football player that had a lot of activity. 2, you just happened to be lean consistently. And then 3, you were also like, when you were doing your first prep, you were doing like what, 30, 40,000 steps in the restaurant. But have you noticed, like, has your metabolism or calorie intake had to change any amount that we consider significant when you were natural versus not?
I can eat more now.
You can eat more now.
It's big, and I know that just because like activity wise.
Yeah.
Right. Before I was eating the same. Also, when I play soccer, I needed to eat like 5,000 calories on a daily basis. That's where my metabolism came from.
Yeah.
Because you have 2 soccer practices per day, you burn 2,000 active calories on top of your basal metabolism, at least. At least. That's like light day, right? So to keep my weight even, I needed to eat 5,000 calories. So I think that's from there that came. But I was really active, right?
Right.
Now, as I told you, even in the prep, I don't go more than 30 minutes of a cardio. 35.
Yeah.
People are dying. People are doing 3 hours of cardio per day on a prep. Especially when it comes like now, 5, 6 weeks out, 5, 4, 3, right? I don't do more than 30. And I still eat a lot. So I think in those terms, probably yes, less activity. Right. I still eat the same amount as before, but with a less activity. But again, I push more in the gym though. So, but still calorie-wise, calorie burned, I'm definitely burning less now because it's not the same running 4 hours or benching 1 hour, so.
Is there any time you felt like you failed?
What do you mean?
Throughout this process, being a competitor, and if not potentially even beforehand, because I know this is like, it seems to be like striving for greatness in your sport has always been like probably one of the biggest foundations of like your purpose and what you do.
Yeah.
So is there any time that you felt like you failed?
Only in terms of doing more, actually. I'm weird, bro. I don't know. If Alex gives me 35 minutes, I'm gonna do 37. That's what I do. Literally, don't tell. That's what I do every day. Like I do, instead of 30, when he gives me 35, I do 37 on purpose. Like I always do extra. That's my biggest problem. I don't go under. Like I always do extra. Besides the food, obviously. Like if he gives me 0 carbs, which has never happened, but if he gives me, I'll eat 0 carbs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when he tells me something, bro, he was yelling at me last time on a peak week. I was in the morning, just wanted to walk. So I was walking his trail. He came downstairs. He was like, "What the fuck are you doing, bro? You're doing cardio?" I'm like, "I just want to like digest the food, bro." He was like, "No, go lay down. Like, calm down." Like,
Go lay down.
Yeah,
I want to digest the food,
bro. I can't. I just like I don't know. I like to put everything that I have to be sure when I step on that stage that I actually did everything that I could possibly do and more. So I don't have regrets if I lost. I really don't because of that. Because if I was throughout the prep, was like, "Oh, I fucked up this time. I fucked up this time." Then it would be in my head, what if I didn't do that? Maybe I couldn't place and get a pro card. But if you do everything 100% and then you go and don't get a pro card, I mean, it is what it is. Other people are better. Right. Simple as that.
Right.
You know?
Okay, let's go to the Q&A real quick.
Yeah. I feel like we're chatting quite long right now.
Yeah, we are. We're over 130.
Yeah. I skip all of my meals. Guys, you better comment something nice.
Something nice.
Don't say I'm idiot and stuff. But you can actually, whatever.
Okay. Ethan, you can do it, asks, how come he left Alphalete?
I actually did a video about that. I even cried in the video, and I never cry. Yeah, that was, as I said, like I explained the whole story, so you heard, like it was my ultimate goal to be an athlete. Once I signed for athlete, that was my probably best day of my life, one of the best days of my life. And like meeting Christian and everything. But I'm gonna just keep it in the sense, athlete wise, have nothing against top of athlete, not as on social media. I'm just gonna say that, leave it on that. You know, if you know what I mean. Like, as a person, that person disappointed me as a person, as a character. And that's why I left. Me and my girlfriend, both of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
She worked for him for a long time, and then she left, and then I left. Not because of YoungLA, not because I left because I needed to leave. Because it was not as I expected. I wasn't appreciated. Let's just leave it like that. I wasn't, even though I was one of the top athletes there for athlete. Most selling, I was selling the most. Besides, I was top 3. With the smallest following, I was still top 3 sellers in there, and I was shooting all the time.
That's huge.
Yeah,
that's huge.
And I still wasn't, like, I really wasn't respected. That's where I'm gonna.
I think I'm the opposite.
It's a little bit deeper story, but it's more private. So I really don't want to.
Yeah, of course.
I really don't want to talk about like that, because I don't want to, like.
Right.
It's social media. They're pretty big on social media. I have social media, so it will be like drama wise. But yeah,
I think you've already been like so honest, and just like I guess your desire to connect with the audience has just been very profound, and I think it really matters a lot. Like, the last thing I ever want anyone to do or feel on this podcast ever is to feel pressured to say anything. So it's always why also I ask before every podcast, like, what are you comfortable talking about?
Yeah.
Like, even though, I want to be transparent on this podcast, we can also be transparent about the things that we feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, why would we, like, I don't ever see it as a benefit to put someone or put ourselves in a position that makes us feel vulnerable to things that are not going to be safe for us, you know?
Exactly.
So, anyways,
I don't want to like put anyone in an uncomfortable position. That's my, I can be uncomfortable, but I don't want to put anyone else in that situation.
Justin Bay Fitness says, I'm trying to smoke with the boys. Insane physiques, both of you, brother.
Smoke one? Yeah, I would like the one right now. I need to drive back though.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can ask me about that. Yeah, I do smoke. Only before the bed though.
Sebas asks, how do you feel getting coached by Alex?
Oh, as I said, Alex is a great guy. I feel like I was a long time friends with him, and I always see him. He's passionate about coaching. But until I started working with him, then I realized how actually like he's serious about it, and like how much he actually cares about the people. It's really rare to see. I was being honest, because I'm doing coaching also. When it comes to the prep last couple of weeks, I really don't have empathy. We spoke about that. You just lose the dopamine, the empathy effect on everything, right? So when someone complains to you or something, you don't want to hear it, right? So you don't want to hear your clients complaining when you're 2 weeks out and you are suffering. But he's totally opposite. He goes on his clients' shows while he's there to support them, and I really admire that part. I really admire, because I wouldn't be able to do that.
That's what I really appreciate about coaches as well. Yeah. Is when they're you can just tell that they're there with you, present, connected with you, and they care about what are you feeling? What are the mentals that you're going through?
Yeah.
What's your biggest win of the week? Can you say something like that?
How was the stress? Right. How was the sleep? He asks everything always. Every check-in, he always asks everything. He's there now on peak week. He flies me, like I go to his house for a whole peak week. I'm with him. He literally takes care of me full week. My peak week, it's rare. It's rare. I think it's rare to find a good coach and a good person like that. Yeah. Everything's pretty easy, huh? Oh, the questions, bro.
Chand Smith asks, key for your 3D delts.
That's actually the question that I'm getting a lot. Firstly, I can buy genetically delts. Are good. Like that's the first and foremost. Again, coming to that, right? Second, how I actually build my delts. Even then, when I competed in summer training, guys always say, I already had decent delts. Bro, I will be it's funny. Delts are like a calves, right? You use them 100% of the time. Like right now, when I'm doing this with my arms, right now, I'm using my delts. You know what I mean? Because those are those are the muscles that you use all the time. So with that said, to develop something like that, same like calves, you need to, destroy them. You need to have more sessions, more sets, more reps. So what I was doing before, when I started this whole of this bodybuilding, bro, even on a leg day, doesn't matter, leg day, chest day, arm day, back day, I will do lateral raises in between all of my sets as a rest. I don't know if that's crazy or not, but
That's kind of crazy,
right.
But at
so
the same
let's
time,
say like I will do like squats, and then while resting, I will go and do lateral raises, bro. That's how I developed them. Now I'm obviously like working hard on them and everything, but that's how like they started growing.
I agree with you though, in terms of like the volume requirement for delts, more than, especially in comparison to the other muscle groups.
Yeah, 100%. Sure. Way more volume. You can try that out. Maybe it's gonna work. I don't know.
There is a question that obviously you don't have the answer, but I am kind of curious, asking like, if any, like, is there any compound that you would recommend people against, or that maybe you've had bad experiences with?
Against?
Against.
Against?
Just
honestly, no, like I will say right now, but no, I never. As I said, I'm someone that like when someone even recommends me something, firstly I will be like, okay, pros and cons, right? Do I want to get this out of it and be unhealthy, or like, so if it's, so I never actually, even if I take something that maybe everyone's saying you're not supposed to take, right? I never had experience because my dose will be so low. In my head, I'll be like, if I already need to take that to get a pro card, at least give me like the lowest amount. Yeah. Let's start with that. So I never had any of anything. Zero side effects.
Nice.
From anything. My skin is clean, as you can see.
Yeah.
Always.
Never any mental issues?
No. Okay. I mean, besides like being freaking tired all the time on prep,
Prep,
no, I'm good with that, but yeah.
I think that's a really good thing too, because I think I'm just making assumptions, but I'm assuming it's because from me knowing you, it's the dosages that, just how low of dosages you were taking with respect to other bodybuilders, especially those trying to compete on the pro level, and then also potentially just purely an assumption, like your age and when you started. And like you said, you're 30 now, right?
Yeah, that's the thing, bro.
After the age of
people don't have idea, bro.
Happens.
People think that I'm 22.
Yeah, you look young, bro.
Yeah, I know. I do look way younger than I am, but I'm 30 years old, bro. I'm literally 30 fucking years old, bro. I don't want to cut that out of the video, bro. I'm actually 22, guys. Yeah, I'm getting old. Damn, bro.
All right, last question. Shalouv's Day asks, inspirational words or advice for a 15-year-old seriously getting into the gym recently?
Inspirational words?
Yeah. Any words or advice for a 15-year-old getting into the gym recently?
Ooh, that's actually a good one. On the spot, that's actually really difficult to say. If now I'm going to drive back home, I'm like, I could have said this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I say like characters, I said it already. In my opinion, character is the most important thing. Character, like you going against yourself, like that's the most important thing. Don't give a shit what he said, she said, I don't know who John said, whatever. Like it's like you against you. If you disappoint yourself, that's the first step of breaking your character and like losing it over the time, right? Confidence is one of the things that I believe that can take you far in life. I feel like confidence and cockiness is sometimes mixed up. Confidence is really extremely positive thing if you know how to use it, right? And then cockiness is not a good thing, of course.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there is a fine line in between,
right?
Fine line, but confidence is one thing and know how to use it and be actually not even bro saying anything. Confidence, you can feel someone being confident.
Yeah.
And what you think you attract, obviously. So like that means a lot. I feel like confidence, obviously, bro, for me, in the end of the day, hard work always beats talent. You know that phrase? Like I was always one of those guys. I love Cristiano Ronaldo over Messi. Why? Because he's hard worker. Messi is less hardworking person. Messi is a talent. Ronaldo is a worker, right? I was always that preacher of a hard work, bro. Like, you know, bro, like you'll always see me in the gym, bro. Like there is no like
literally every time Dorian's in the gym, like hoodie on, fucking hoodie down, head down.
Exactly. I'm always, bro. Hoodie on,
always hoodie, always hoodie.
Don't talk to anyone.
Sweat balls.
And then, but I like to talk to people. It's just that hour and a half, I take it seriously, bro.
Yeah.
When I work, I work. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna stop and like chat with you for like 30 minutes. So I will say, to like sum this up, just as I said, be consistency, hard work, bro. Like it's cliche AF, but consistency, hard work, believe in yourself, and actually believe in the things that you can achieve. Because everything that I got in my life, as I said, is I actually believed.
I agree with that too, and that's why I really don't. One of the things I dislike about what's going on in the fitness industry right now is like this belief that people should discredit other people's hopes, saying like, oh, that's not in your genetics, or this guy's on gear, so you're never going to reach that. Like, I don't think you really know that, and I don't think it's a good. I just don't I don't
and
agree
that's why
with
also I'm
destroying
really,
people's hope.
I see a lot of people blowing up on social media, right? And then they, like, people even they knew before, they're like, I don't want to be around him because now, bro, things change so fast in this life. You should respect everyone equal. That's why I met someone in person. Maybe one day I'm going to meet someone that watches this podcast. Actually, I'm exactly the same, like in real life, because I'm exactly the same person as someone watching this podcast. I'm no different than someone else. Because my number is high or something? Because this guy has 1 million. He's not supposed to film with the guy that had like 50,000 followers or something. Who said that ever? That's like so stupid. Unfortunately, he's like that. But I feel like things changes so fast nowadays. So you guys that are watching right now and have 10 followers, tomorrow I can watch you sitting here. But literally, it's not even a fucking joke. If you believe in that,
it's not.
It's not a joke. I'm swearing everything right now. I was that person. I was literally that person. And my life, same, right?
I was this person too. And then I've had a lot of people come up to me and say like, I was someone they looked up to when they started their journey too. Even like horse meat was an example.
Like what?
Fucking like horse meat of all people. He doesn't even do anything related to what I do.
Yeah.
Right. But still, he fucking created so much success for himself in what he wanted to do, even if it's crazy.
yeah.
I love those funny.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, I noticed that a lot. Like if your energy is actually like, I'm gonna go try to Olympia, I don't think I'm gonna win. You're not fucking gonna win. You're not gonna win, no matter how good you look. I swear, bro. It's like, I'm gonna fucking win. You're gonna probably, maybe you're not, but like, but that's gonna give you way more advantage than even if you look crazy and you don't believe you can win, bro. It's everything is that you're like, I don't know how it'll be. I feel like people feel
just that experience that you did manifesting the summer shredding win. I think is
not just like not just that. Like literally, like everything that I ever did in my life, I manifested. But literally, everything that I did, I said before I'm gonna do. And I feel that's like, because I believed, I achieved kind of, but obviously you can't be like, I'm going to fucking win the lottery and then not play because you're not going to win the lottery. You know what I mean? If you want to win the lottery, you're saying you want to win the lottery, you're probably going to need to buy 100 tickets per day. And then you can say, I'm going to win a fucking lottery. You know what I mean? So if you want to get something, you got to put the work behind, but that's what gives you confidence.
Yeah.
That's what gives you.
Yeah.
No stones unturned. You know? Yeah.
The Alex Hormozi quote. All right. That's good.
That was his quote?
He has a quote on what confidence is. Like, it's not, I can't say the exact same thing. I don't remember the exact words, but it's basically like, this isn't saying affirmations in front of a mirror. It is having full confidence that you are what you say you are, obviously from the experiences of you doing.
I didn't know that, but yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Anyways, all right. We're out of time, but fucking dude, that was dope as fuck. And I feel like we could talk for 5 more hours. Obviously.
I literally, like, if we really want to like touch the like topics for a podcast, I feel like we can talk probably for like 3 more hours, bro. Yeah. For real.
I feel like it was
more like a brother chat, bro, in between of us, you know what I mean? I like it, bro.
It's normally how it runs. You know, I only covered like a quarter of what I would have wished that we covered.
Yeah.
That's what happens. So
maybe after I get a pro card now, you know, I can come back and be more open about everything.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
All right. Where can everybody find you?
Everyone, I have Instagram. Instagram and YouTube is I have TikTok. I don't even count. You don't even follow me on TikTok. I just repost from Instagram Reels, bro, on TikTok. That's it. Instagram, my first and last name, Dorian.Vranjes. I need to spell it. And YouTube, same, bro. Same. But if you like, I've always preferred people watching my YouTube videos than Instagram account. I put a lot of effort in my Instagram account, of course. But
the YouTube videos hit.
Yeah, different. I just love, bro. It saves me, bro. It saves me on a prep. I can't even describe. I just take the camera so I can come home and edit.
Yeah.
So take my head off the prep.
Yeah.
I'm editing all day, every day, whole day, and I enjoy it, bro. Right. You know, and I'm hopefully helping people.
That's how I feel about my YouTube videos and my podcast too.
Yeah, like that's what I told you last time.
My old Instagram reels, for example, they used to get like millions of views. My YouTube videos now on my small vlog channel get 1,000 views each.
But you love it.
But I love it.
Exactly.
I can't stop doing it.
I'm the same. Bro. I'm in 3 years on YouTube and like I have 3,000 views maybe, but I fucking love it, bro. Yeah. It hits me harder when I hit 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 maybe for a show day or something, 10,000 views on YouTube video than when I hit 200,000 likes on an Instagram post. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like when someone approached me, I watch your YouTube videos, that's more, I'm like, fuck yeah.
It means more.
It means way more.
All right. Love you guys. Thanks for watching the podcast. If you guys would like to support the podcast, you can do so by rating us 5-star on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere you find podcasts, or subscribing to the YouTube channel and clicking the bell button, because that's what gets Dorian and I to, I guess, have people that watch the content and honestly just make us feel fulfilled. So
yeah,
love you guys. Thanks for being here, and thanks for Dorian for coming on. That was
Thank
sick.
you, bro. Thank you for calling.
Love you guys.
Love you. Peace out.
Peace.